Good evening from BamaCentral. This is Instant Analysis as a part of the BamaCentral Broadcasting Network. I'm Joe Gaither along with Will Miller and Austin Hannon, and Alabama just defeated Troy 11-8 in a wild contest. Austin, what did you think about the craziness we saw tonight?
Absolute mayhem here at the Joe. Jason Jackson said it himself, a little bit of Joe magic in the air tonight. I mean, I've said so many things, I've tweeted so many things. I mean, this team they just don't quit. They just, no matter what comes their way, the whole thing with Bohannon, everything since then, they play the hardest conference in the world, and they just keep going. They just don't quit, and it's just so amazing to see a team that's been through so much this year, have the success they're having at this point in the season. I believe that's 12-4 now under Jason Jackson. Final throw. They're this close to losing the game. Go to losers bracket. You got to play a doubleheader tomorrow. You're one loss away from your season being over. And just like that, they went 11-8. It didn't even look that close if you look at the score. They won by 3 runs. But the words are running out for this team. I kind of said that in this story tonight. There's just not enough words to really talk about what they're doing right now and how crazy tonight was and how crazy last night was. And it just seems like every day it's getting crazier and crazier for this team, and they've got bright stuff ahead.
Absolutely. And so, Will, we saw a little shaky performance from Garrett McMillan, but we had great performances from the bullpen that came in, got themselves in a little bit of a jam, but were able to get themselves out of it. The performances from the Alabama bullpen tonight.
It was fantastic, and this bullpen's coming to its own. You've seen some guys that are still pretty young, some guys that are more experienced. It's a nice mix. Today, Aiden Mosley was big again. He came in the Florida game last week in Hoover, and he threw a bunch, and he went like 4 1/3 and was really pivotal in giving Alabama a chance to win that game. He came in again tonight, worked himself into a little jam, caught some hard luck. It happens. That's part of the game. Ended up getting out of it with minimal damage and keeping Alabama within striking distance. Another big performance, another 40-plus pitch performance out of a reliever. I mean, you can't say enough for that in the postseason. You're not only trying to get the most out of the arms you do have on the mound, but you're also trying to preserve your other ones. So a performance like that goes a far longer way than the box score indicates. And it was just another big piece of what this Alabama pitching staff's been able to do over the past couple weeks.
The Alabama Crimson Tide 1 out away from losing, able to take victory away from Troy 11-8. And we'll be back tomorrow with BamaCentral at 8 p.m. as Alabama's 1 victory away from claiming the Tuscaloosa Regional victory and advancing to their first Super Regional since 2010.